Hello, everyone. I'm Amanda Howard with the Coldwell Banker Referral Network. And today with me, I have the wonderful Meg McLaughlin. And we're actually doing something a little bit different. Meg and I met when one of her clients put an offer on one of our listings. And Meg is a lender. So we're going to interview Meg today and just talk about what it's like to work with military clients. How are you doing, Meg?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on here.
All right.
So the closest bases to me, this is mostly with my affiliation with the Coast Guard, is Base Boston. There's also Cape Cod as well, but there are some few Air Force bases, military bases, such as Hanscom Air Force Base, close to me. I am licensed in 7 states, so with my ability to kind of work remotely, I can service pretty much anywhere as long as I'm licensed there.
Perfect. And I think I asked this later on, but what states is it that you're serviced in?
I am licensed throughout New England with the exception of Vermont. So that is Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. We also have licenses in Florida and Arizona.
Industry.
I have been in the mortgage industry for about 7 years, just over. Some days it feels like I just started yesterday, and some days I feel like I've been in it for 35 years. So,
Well, and that's right, because the market is never the same, right?
no. I am an individual loan officer. I do work with a mortgage brokerage, Mortgage Unity. We are all our own individual loan officers with our own individual businesses and how we like to go about prospecting clients and referrals. But one of the great things about my company is we do have a collaborative atmosphere. So if there's ever something that comes up on a file or something, new, we'll put our heads together, we'll combine our resources because what I might be good at, one of my other team members might not be. So I lend my knowledge base, and conversely, there's something that I might not know or basically be familiar with, and then they can come and help me and kind of guide me that way.
And
What makes me different from other military lenders? I think honestly, it just comes down to the fact that I've lived the life. I'm a former military spouse, not active duty anymore, but I know what it's like to, be at home and be on the edge of my seat because he's been deployed and not knowing when he's going to come home. You get a call maybe a few hours, or maybe if you're lucky, a day or two ahead of time with a vague time frame. So there's a lot of stress that comes with being a military spouse and picking up and moving and going somewhere where you've purchased a home or renting a home sight unseen, with no connection. So I think knowing and having a pretty comprehensive understanding of what that feels like, allows me to connect with my clients. And you know VA loans and working with military buyers, it's the same as working with almost any other kind of buyer. It's just there's this added layer, and so it's really building that teamwork, and camaraderie, and just letting them know, like, I'm your numbers girl, I'll help you get financed, but if there's something else you need, let's work together. Let me connect you with the right people. Let me pass that along to your agent. And because you're asking me, but maybe this is something that your real estate agent can help you with, or your attorney, or, maybe it's all 3 of us need to put our heads together and figure out what the situation is. So
right.
my favorite part of my job is definitely closing day. I mean, that goes for any clients, but there's always something really special about helping a client who might be coming from, the other side of the country or states away, closing on a home site unseen, and just knowing that that piece of the puzzle has been alleviated for them. Just they have the house secured, it's closed, they know where they're going to be for the next 2 to 4 years, whatever their orders are. And so now they just really have to worry about getting there. It's just the moving and, getting settled and, building their community. So best part of my job is closing. I think the biggest challenge working with my military clients is honestly logistical. Like I said, the military, like VA financing, is very similar to all other types of loans and other financing, but the difference is the borrowers can very real like be on the other side of the world. They can be time zones away. They might not have constant communication with you. So they might be able to send you their documents one day, but then they're going to be out on duty for the next 3 and there's just no getting in touch with them. So I think the most important part at the very beginning is, establishing what is actually going to make this work. How do we communicate? What's the best way of doing that? Is it texting? Is it okay, every Thursday you've got an hour when you're off duty and you can jump on a Zoom call and we'll just blast everything out there. So it's really just kind of the logistics of working with the buyers because their variables are significantly different than anyone else's. So if it's personally, I have a wicked fear of car washes. That's something I try to keep under the radar. Guess not. I guess that's out
Not
now.
anymore.
Professionally, I've really tried to make it a point to do some kind of, personal development. And really that's just reading a book. This industry goes so fast. You're in front of computers, you're on Zooms, you're on calls, it just goes nonstop. And for me, I don't work a typical 9 to 5. So my hours are 24, depending
Right.
on, what's going on
Right.
that month. So right now I'm reading The Inner Game of Tennis by Tim Galway, and it's the 3rd time I've read it, so it's not a new read, but it's just a great refresher. And kind of helps put things in perspective, helps curb anxiety, how to deal with, the different things that might come up. It's obviously a book about tennis and how to hit a tennis ball is what I joke,
Right.
but there's a lot of really good nuggets in there about, just how to apply that to both your personal and professional life.
Like, what do you do to kind of ground yourself?
Well, it's funny that you say, what do I do to ground myself? Because it is literally gardening. Last year I sold my house and then bought a new one, but from my old house, I transplanted 2 rose bushes that I loved. And with that came a lot of research. I had no idea what I was doing at all. I didn't even know if I could actually pull them out of the ground without killing them. So a lot of research and then a lot of care over the summer to make sure they stayed healthy. They did, which is good.
Good.
But with that, I just really found that I enjoyed, the few minutes outside just to kind of like watch them. And then on the weekends, kind of doing some of the upkeep and things. It's just a really nice change of pace to just kind of get your hands in the dirt and, not being, again, in front of computer screens on the phone 24/7. It's, nice to be outside when it's not 30 degrees. One important thing people should know about me, and this is coming as a loan officer, is I really try to build my business around education. It's one of the most important pillars. It's how I've found my clients come to trust me. My partners will come to me with situations and, obviously if I can help them, it helps everyone type of thing. And so no question is ever a stupid question, even if it's one that's easily found on Google. It's about getting the right information to the right people in the right time frame.
But where can we find you on social media? And I think you like to just be called and texted directly, right?
I do. The best way to get in touch with me is the tried and true way of calling or texting me. Or you can obviously link my phone number. It's already out there on every social media and internet platform. You can send me emails. I do have social medias. I am on Instagram and Facebook.
Meg, thank you so much for being part of our interview today. We look forward to working with you in the future, and we will connect with you on social media. And if you do get on TikTok, let us know. And it was great to see you. And actually, I feel like I was about to say meet you in person, that we still haven't met in person, but it's great to put a face to a name, and we'll see you soon. Okay.
Sounds great. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.